Hey everybody, my name is Jordan Danzy. I'm a marketing addict, systems nerd, and home service fanatic. I'm on a quest to help as many home service businesses as possible utilize a three-pillar framework to start scaling up their business with Facebook and Instagram ads, content, and on top of that, systems you need to scale. I've helped generate over $478,000 for my higher end clients and have started my own home service business alongside them as well. In this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly what these two systems are, how you can use them in your business today, and why this is something you should implement right now rather than just waiting on and sitting on. So let's jump right into it. So the first system that I can attribute probably I'd say about 80 to like maybe 70% of my success is creating systems on speed to lead. Now, speed to lead is something I'm very passionate about. If you are a community member or you've joined any calls or you've talked with me about speed to lead, I just get so hyped up because speed to lead or speed in general is one of those things that multi-million dollar businesses are built upon. Amazon is built upon getting your package to you the fastest possible. Like speed to lead systems are the most important system you can optimize in your home service business. Seriously, if you can get somebody their need faster, you're going to get them their want or their need faster than the competition can. And the second system you want to focus on implementing is a trust system. See, in 2025, trust has plummeted. It's probably why you're watching my videos now to see what type of person I am. Content is king on building trust, and with more competition than ever, without a trust system, you're gonna struggle to convert your quotes, convert your jobs, charge higher prices, and in all, you're just gonna have a harder time as a home service business owner. But I wanna first talk about speed because I think speed is like the most important thing. And if I could label one thing as king, I would label speed. So let's talk about this. The exact moment that somebody opts into your form, right? Maybe that is a ad that you created. Maybe it's your website form, maybe it's a Google booking link, whatever the case is. The moment they select submit and they have given you their first name, their last name, their email, and their phone number, the key four, and they've given you those, that is when their interest is at the highest. That's when, if you could sell them right then and there, you have a 10 times better chance of converting them because they're the most interested at that specific moment. So, what we want to do is we want to capitalize on that and we want to get to them as fast as humanly possible. And if we don't, there is even a Harvard Business Review study about what will happen. So here you can see that leads are more likely to be contacted within 5 minutes, or sorry, are 100% more likely to pick up the phone. That's insane. So if you can get to somebody within 5 minutes, you are 100 times more likely to actually reach that person. Now, after 10 minutes, the chances of them picking up and qualifying, let me put that there, and qualifying drops by a staggering 400%. This is done by the guys at Harvard. Like these are some smart dudes, all right? So, after 10 minutes, them picking up the phone, that's challenge number one. You're going to have 400% less likely of them picking up the phone and being a qualified lead. Not every lead is going to be qualified. I would say maybe like 2 out of 3 or 1 out of 3 leads are going to be a very qualified prospect. So the chances of them picking up and being qualified drops by 400%. That is a drastic drop in interest and in leads. So, this is why we focus on speed to lead so much. And why most businesses will actually kind of struggle with speed to lead, and I've seen this firsthand, is 40 to 60% of companies don't even like pick up the phone. They will either respond next day or they won't even call them at all. If you're asking me, if you're not calling your leads at all, what are you doing? You're wasting money. So you've paid for the lead, you put all this work into a Facebook and Instagram ad. It got in front of the right audience. It converted well. You got leads and you're not reaching out to them within the first 5 minutes. You are wasting your ad dollars. And this is why a lot of businesses struggle because only 7% of companies can actually respond within the first 5 minutes. And this is why a lot of businesses or home service businesses struggle with Facebook ads or any type of marketing in general because they'll put their dollars in, they'll get the lead, they're too busy fulfilling the work to give the guy a call. The guy's no longer interested tomorrow, or he just never picks up the phone. And the most common thing we hear is the leads are dead or they're bad quality leads. You just weren't able to actually get in front of them at the right time, and you didn't do it fast enough. A lot of companies will say, "Oh, I got to them the same day." But within the first 10 minutes, your chances drop by 400%. So we want to do everything we can to fulfill somebody's interest point and as soon as humanly possible within the first 5 minutes. And this is exactly why you need to create systems to help you with this process. Speed to lead can be automated to a point. Now, do not go and hire an AI caller. And this is very controversial. Some people are like AI callers are awesome, they're super great. My easiest rebuttal to that is when you call the bank and you have that automated system start talking to you. How angry do you get? Me personally, I hate talking to an automated system. The second I figured out it's AI, I'm over it, right? It's not a real person. It's like the Waymo. I'm a step in front of it and I know it's going to stop, right? Because it's AI. So, a lot can be automated, but you do not need to be waiting by your phone 24/7 for an email to come in 50 minutes after the lead has come in, like those Facebook emails for your leads. You can simplify it and automate most of the process. Now, I have an important note here. When your ad attracts somebody, it and somebody is interested in your service, let's say they convert on your ad. I'm going to use landscaping as a really easy example. So let's say somebody comes into your funnel, your world. They see your ads over and over and over again. The rule of 7, it's shown multiple times, and then they finally convert. What has now happened is they are in the buying and consideration phase for your business. And this means they are not only going to look at your brand, but they're going to look at your entire online presence. So we're going to be talking about this in a whole nother YouTube video, but your online presence is super, super important because you want to focus on speed. And if your online presence isn't entirely good, and this is something in general, when you put somebody into the buying phase, let's say your ad converts somebody, the first thing they're going to go do is get more quotes, right? Because they want multiple quotes. If you can satisfy their need before they click and go onto your competitor's page, more than likely they're not going to get more quotes. 78% of consumers go with the person who get the quote to them first. And getting the quote to the customer first, I would say, is way more important because you are judged off of your quote. Everything is judged off of you. You set the standard, right? So if you price high, everybody else is low. If you price low, everybody else is high. Everything is set off of you. And so if you go out and you set the bar really, really high, and then everyone else comes and they're 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and they're booked out a while, but you can satisfy their need faster for a little bit more, you're going to see a huge win. So let's talk about what I use to systemize speed to lead. Now, I'm not going to gatekeep anything. I'm not going to tell you it's a fancy software. I use Go High Level, and how I actually use it. So Go High Level is a CRM, and if you have no idea what a CRM here is, I put it for you. It's a client relationship manager. It does this exactly what it says. It manages the relationship between the client. Now, how I use it is a little bit different. So our main programs are Go High Level and Jobber. I like to use Go High Level for all client communication in the beginning, after, and everything, right? All client communication is done on Go High Level because I can automate with workflows a lot of the process and it saves me a lot of time. The second thing is Jobber and these typical CRM platforms for home service are really, really good about quote forward, but they all fail in the lead nurturing department. So this is why I love Go High Level because you can set up lead nurtures, automations, and overall it's just a very good software for client communication. You don't have to use it, but if you do, down below there's a affiliate link. You get 14 days for free. You can try it out, and we'll also build an automation for you right now. But kind of jumping back into this, so Go High Level for my home service business is used for all client communication, appointment reminders, quote reminders, after job automations, quote automations. So basically letting them know over and over and over again that, hey, your quote is booked and maybe it orders material, whatever the case is, email campaigns, and database and lead gathering. Everything goes through Go High Level for me. We've done this for a couple of our clients and they love it. The next thing is Jobber. So I use Jobber on the point basically of quote forward. So sending out the quotes, scheduling the staff, taking deposits, sending invoices, and on my way texts. I like to do Jobber for the basic necessities, and then everything advanced, technical, and client relationship goes through Go High Level. Now, The best part about using Go High Level, and this is for a lot of the guys who are like maybe still in the truck and it's just yourself. And I mean, I am this in the same boat as you. We're possibly hiring on a tech in the spring, but getting your personal phone number off of Google, off of everybody's phone is a godsend. Let me tell you, I had my detailing company and everything ran through this little guy right here. And I still get text messages today about detailing, which is great because I created a good brand. But just having something else and being able to then, when you do hire on people, maybe you hire on an office person, it's already set up for them. Everything is ready. You don't have to move everybody and say, hey, call this number instead, call this number instead. If you just start with the number from the beginning, and Go High Level does this, like you can create a buy a number and Go High Level, it is 10 times better. And ultimately, like you are going to thank yourself in the long run. So, Go High Level Speed and Systems Guide. You can purchase phone numbers, and it is a little bit tricky to register through A2P. But I'm telling you, getting your personal number out fast, you are going to thank yourself. In Go High Level, we have automations. So you can go ahead and build your first call automation. And what this basically means is when a lead or somebody opts in, when you have somebody opt into your form, what's going to happen is that lead is going to basically, or Go High Level is going to call your phone. It's going to say, hey, you have a new lead, press 1 to continue. Their name is this, right? This is how I've set up mine. So what we're going to do is we're going to have, when the lead opts in, they're going to, Go High Level will call your phone. Say, hey, you have a new lead, press 1. When you press 1, it will call them and then merge the calls. This will help you get speed to lead within the minute. Within a minute. That's crazy, right? So you can get speed to lead within a minute. And ultimately, like this is going to set you apart from every other guy because most people are used to not even getting a call back, right? When they submit the form, they're used to either never getting a call back or getting a call back within the first 3 days. The first words out of these people's mouth is, that was fast. Wow, you guys are fast, right? And then you can make jokes about it, but we want to focus on speed to lead. Huge. Now, if you want some help with like creating these automations, you can go and check out my school community, the 3 pillar framework, and we have snapshots where all of these automations are pre-built out for you. We don't white label the software or anything like that, but you can go check it out. It's under the Go High Level Speed to Lead section. Everything's pre-made. You just have to change the text, get A2P registered, and you're good to go. So, real quick, what I'm going to go ahead and actually do is this is the portion where I'm going to build out the automation with you. Please note, this is a very, very basic automation build. The one that we'll provide you has a ton more stuff in it. It has lead nurturing factors. It will text the people multiple times. This one is a simple automation if you just want to do it yourself and basically get it to where a lead comes in, your phone rings, right? That's the basic. That's what we're going to go ahead and set up right now for you. So let's go ahead and jump into Go High Level and we can get this started. So this is Go High Level. It is an amazing software. I'm not going to show anything too crazy. I do in our school community, but what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go down here to automations. And you can see we have tons of automations running right now, but up in the top right-hand corner, we're going to click Create Workflow, Start from Scratch. And this is where we can go ahead and name our workflow. So we're going to say this one is a call automation. And how Go High Level works and how automations work in Go High Level is very simple. You have a trigger, which is basically when this happens, do this. And then from there, you can create branches and you can create automations and tags. And it can get very technical, but just creating a simple call automation is not too hard. So the first thing we want to do is when a Facebook form, a lead form gets submitted, please note you have to make sure that your Facebook and Instagram is linked for this to happen. So go ahead, link everything together. There's like a bazillion YouTube guides, or we show you how to do it in the school community as well. But in here, we want to basically say when a lead form is submitted, and we want to make sure our pages are together. So my page is Valley Home Tinting, and the form that we're currently running right now is this one. So it's the V2. When this form gets submitted, we want to create a contact in our CRM. So we can go ahead here. It says create contact. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to click that. And we can click save. Oh, maybe, sorry. So you create a contact and then you need to link their contact details. So this is done through field mapping, which we show you how to do in the community as well. But I'm going to show you a little bit of how you do it here. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to basically make sure that their first name is linked, would you guess it, to the contact first name. Last name, and then this is basically it. Last name goes to contact last name. Phone number goes to contact phone, and then your email. What we're doing here is basically when the lead form gets submitted, it will create a new contact inside of Go High Level with the information that they submitted on the lead form, which is awesome. Email, perfect. Now from that, we have created a contact. Here, what you can do is you can set up a wait function. I'm not going to because we're just going to set up a basic one, but you can set it up to where it waits between the hours of 9 to 5 to give you a call. This is really nice because some people will submit lead forms at like 1 a.m. And when I first started my first campaign, I got a lead at 1 a.m. and my phone rang. And I'm telling you, like, it was super annoying. I just wanted to go back to bed. So you can set this up to where they only will call through the hours of 9 to 5 and it will wait to call you between these hours. It's a really good function. But to make this super simple, we're just going to immediately go to the call function. And so what's going to happen here is this call, and it kind of gives you a brief description up here, is when it is assigned to the user, and typically the main user is yourself, it will go ahead and play a whisper message. This will then call the number that is listed, and if you press the key, it will bridge the call. So what this is the action name is call, and in the call whisper, this is what your phone is going to tell you when you give it a call. So this is what you can put, you have, oh, sorry guys, I did not realize that we were in camera mode that whole entire time. Whoopsies. I'll go ahead and go back and show this all forever. But you have a new lead. Press 1 to connect. Their name is blank. And we're going to go ahead and put full name and call timeout. You can leave at 60. So going back up at the top, we have a Facebook trigger, which is linked to Valley Home and is linked to the form that we're using on Facebook and Instagram ads. The next thing that we did is we created a contact inside of our CRM, and we just link the Facebook form fields to the Go High Level fields, and it's called field mapping. You can do that, and that's first name, last name, phone number, email. Very simple. Then you can go ahead and create that wait function, which is if you just type wait, you can see here that it will wait between these hours and give you a call. If you want to go ahead and do that, you can play with it. But this is a basic and simple call automation inside Go High Level. If you want to give it a try and you want to use Go High Level for your home service business, it is amazing. I have an affiliate link. You get like 14 days for free. If you don't want to use my affiliate link, that's okay. I would still recommend Go High Level because it's super, super awesome. So now I want to talk about trust systems. And right now, trust is at an all-time low. Nobody trusts anyone. And if you want to win more quotes and charge higher prices, your prospects need to trust you. At the end of the day, they need to trust you more, and you need to be able to create trust faster in your business than the competition can. And a lot of that's done through speed. But I have a quick question for you. At what point in your sales process do you believe you start creating trust with your clients, right? What part? Is it during the quote? Is it on the phone when you're booking the quote? Is it when you show up to the job and you're actually completing the client? Is that when you build the most trust? Think on that. When do you build the most trust during your sales process? And if you answered before they even contact you, you were correct. Because trust is built before the sale. Trust is built before the sale. It's even built before they contact you. The whole don't judge a book by its cover does not fly in home service business. You are judged by your cover. You are judged by your Google reviews. We do it as humans. When you want to go out to eat at a restaurant and you look up the Google page and it has 3.5 stars, you might get turned off a little bit. Maybe they have amazing food. Maybe they are the best and they got review bombed. But because we are humans and because we look at reviews of other people, we judge books by their cover. plain and simple. So the solution to this is to create a trust system in your presence that is going to help you from every step of the way before contact to close. Now, how you do this is with a little bit of your online presence. Your business should be everywhere. It should be on Google My Business, Facebook, Instagram, and even Yelp's free page. By the way, I do not recommend paying for Yelp. I've done it. It's terrible, and it really didn't do anything for the amount of money they're charging. It's kind of crazy. Um, but you should have a website, everything. You need to be everywhere online because you don't know where they're going to look. They might have converted on a Facebook ad, but the next thing they're going to do is Google you. They might have converted on, let's say, your website. If you're pushing them to a landing page, then they're going to go ahead and go to your Instagram channel, right? You never know where they're going to go. And it shouldn't just have a couple of pictures, it should have meaningful content that helps educate your customers of the service that they are thinking about. This is pillar two in the three pillar framework. Well, the first thing we focus on is marketing, Facebook and Instagram ads, getting you new clients in the door. The second thing that you really have to focus on is content. Content is king, showing people that you are alive, that your business is kicking, and it's providing a good service to its customers. And testimonial content is the best for this. Because if somebody else is willing to get behind a camera and talk about how good your service is for you and it's not coming out of your mouth, it means 10 times more. This is why referrals are super like the highest converting jobs you can get because it's their friend that has told them how good your company is. It's a testimonial, just not in a public view. So, testimonials and content is the easiest way that you can start to build trust before the sale and just making sure that like you have everything together. You have a website, you have a Google My Business. This is when you start to build trust. Now, the second thing is you want to build it before the quote. Now, when you qualify calls, most home service businesses will want to get a general understanding of what the customer is actually looking for. However, most just want to get there. They don't realize that they're missing out on multiple trust points, and it's similar to like the rule of 7 when they're on the phone and getting ready for the quote. So, this is my attempt, right? When we qualify customers, we always ask what are they looking for? And I'm a home tinting business. So, are we asking for privacy? Are we looking for heat rejection, UV blocking, or just a better look to the phone or better look to the home? I want to know what exactly they are looking for. What is their pain, right? I want to label them with a problem as well. This is kind of the closer framework with Alex Hormozy, but I want to look at see what they're looking for, label them with a pain, and then I take mental notes of that. We actually put it in our CRM because everything goes through high level. We tag the customer with they're looking for this, and that will then start to send them automations based off of that. So, how this kind of works is let's say a customer notes that they are looking for privacy and heat rejection. Once we hang up the call and we schedule their quote, during that time period, they are going to get some automations that's going to say, hey, check out this home. It's the most similar to what you're looking for. I believe it turned out great. This is propaganda, right? We are building trust with them before anything. And I was going to write propaganda over here, but I think it was going to, oh no, we're good. I'm just going to write prop because I can't draw with a mouse. But this is propaganda. So we are kind of like firing them up about what they're looking for. And the beautiful thing with us is it's a very visual service. So we can send them beautiful pictures of homes that we've done the service to, and they can see, wow, these guys have done this on this home. This is exactly what I'm looking for, and it looks beautiful. You start to build a lot of trust, and that's what we want to go for. And then the next thing is kind of after quote. So when you show up, obviously we sell, right? If you can take deposits on site, awesome. If you can take pay in fulls on site, even better. But if you can't and you then have to send them a quote afterwards and you weren't able to lock it up during the quote, this is where we want to send them with more propaganda, more trust systems. So with every quote that we send somebody, the first thing that is attached to that quote is a customer testimonial. And we're even getting to the point where we have 2 more customer testimonials lined up for a testimonial about their specific thing they're looking for. Because With tint, there's about three things: there's privacy, there's heat, and there's like UV. And then there's looks to the home, which is kind of a special one. We've had a couple like that. But this is where you want to send them social proof with the quote, right? So this can be in the form of reviews, it can be in the form of content, it can be in the form of testimonials, whatever you want. But the more the testimonial is tailored to the customer's specific request, the better conversions you're going to see. This is how right now we're converting around 30 to 40% of our quotes, which is nice. I would actually like to be converting a little bit less and charging more. So that's kind of where I'm pushing my business. But when you combine these two systems, trust and speed systems within your home service business, you're going to be able to command higher prices, you'll be perceived as an authority, and you will close more deals. Seriously, trust and speed is the easiest way to outdo your competition. Get to them faster, build trust 10 times more, and then when you show up and everything is in line, you stand out. So when your competition comes in 2 days later, they haven't sent them anything. They maybe are a little bit unknowing of what's going on, and then they send them a quote 2 days after that. You've already sent them 6 lead nurturing messages. You've probably called them asking if you're ready to go, and they're sitting there like, man, this guy has his shit together. This guy doesn't. This explains why he's 2 times the price. What guy do I want to go with? And this is where you were able to work with better customers. So, kind of jumping into this a little bit, 78% of homeowners go with the first person who gets to them. I have experienced this firsthand because we will show up to somebody's house either same day or next day. We make it a point for that. So we show up the same day or the next day. And if we're able to close them on site, this is the 78% of homeowners, because a lot of quotes will close on site. If you're not closing some of your quotes and they're around the ticket range of like 1,000 to 6,000, you're not getting deposits. Are you the first person there? Are you actually selling them? Because if you're not the first person there and they're like, we've already gotten quotes from 100 people, if you are dealing with that, I've already gotten quotes from this guy, he's this price, you're too slow. You need to up the game, right? Somebody's beating you, and they're beating you in speed, and they're probably locking up these deals that you were like, how is he getting them? I haven't even gotten the chance to bid them. Well, because he's fast, right? So focus on speed. A lot of quotes will be judged off of yours. You seem like the authority, and you'll work with better clients that pay more. Trust attracts, right? So the biggest benefit of having a solid trust system in your home service business is working with more wealthy clients. Wealthy clients need more trust than general clients. So when you install a trust system in your home service business, not only will you close more deals, you'll work with better customers, you'll make more in the jobs that you're working on, and overall, you're going to have a better life as a home service business owner because you're working with better people. But this doesn't happen if you do not install a trust system into your business. So, with a trust system and with speed, you dominate the consideration phase. This is the often phase that consumers will go into when they come from Google Ads, they come from Facebook, or any type of factor that invokes a buying decision. This consideration phase is a deadly phase for home service businesses. This is where your prospect looks up everything about you: your website, your Instagram, your Google My Business. Some people even go to the Better Business Bureau. I don't know, and more. So if you can dominate this phase and you can focus on speed and trust, and you can do it 10 times faster than the competition, you're going to dominate your local town. And this is what we show inside of our school community in the 3 pillar framework. And the best part about this for me is I'm busy, right? I'm trying to help home service business owners. I'm trying to create content, and I'm also trying to build a business at the same time. A lot of people are saying it's not possible. And trust me, I know I'm very busy. But having systems in place like this has helped me cut back on my time. I am not thinking about lead follow ups because everything's automated. I'm not having to follow up about with quotes because everything's automated. It tells me when I need to call the customer to make sure that they've gotten their quote. It sends them automated messages. It sends them the testimonials. The website is all designed to be automated to save me time, to focus on the bigger and more meaningful tasks. So, not only will appointments be automated, but quote approvals, job approvals, everything. And this also helps build more trust with your clientele. Now, if you're going to focus your business on speed, you can charge a premium for it because once customers can clearly see, big note there, that they can clearly see your systems are in check, you're a brand that's built trust within your ecosystem, and you're not a grifter, right? You're not just some contractor who's going to grab their money and run. Your higher prices will command more respect and it will make sense to the client, but not only will it make sense, but it will seem fair. That's the key thing. If it seems like a fair deal, you're providing more value than what it's actually worth, even though it's higher priced than all of your competitors. If your trust systems and your speed to lead systems are in place, you will close more deals. At the end of the day, I can promise you that those two systems will close you more deals. Pricing is not an issue with wealthy clients, value is. And you can add more value in speed and trust, and that can be reflected in how much you charge for your home service business. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helps with speed and trust systems in your business. It can help you bring crazy revenue numbers. And if you pair it with the right framework, the 3-pillar framework, which is in our school community, link in the description, you can start generating more calls than what you know to do within your home service business. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am truly enjoying these YouTube videos. I'm going to try and crank out as much as humanly possible for you guys and just provide as much value as I can in these videos. Other than that, hope you guys have an amazing day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the inside of the 3-pillar framework.